Happen to notice that freighter down there? You know what's on it? About 30 hired guns. All I gotta do is give them the signal, you're surrounded.
Sorry, do your thing.
Hello, everyone. Good to see you again. Good to be back again.
You bet.
Good to be going to the movies again with Grandma here.
Yes.
And today we went to see Solo, a Star Wars story. Now this is the second of the sort of films in the Star Wars universe, but not directly a part of the sort of the main Star Wars story that we've sort of been going through for years and years now. This one, as it turns out, is sort of a prequel to the original Star Wars film. It goes back and shows us the origins of Han Solo, the character that we met along with Luke Skywalker and Princess Leia and all in the original film. And it sort of shows how, he, developed from being a young sort of street thief to being the sort of, larger scale thief that we run across in the original film. Again, it is the character made famous by Han Solo, but it's again Han Solo, or not Han Solo, but Harrison Ford, I should say.
What is the name of this young man that was the young Han? Do you remember?
I believe it's Alden Ehrenreich.
Okay. First time.
We will get that right if we got it wrong.
Okay.
But
the first time I had seen him in anything. So.
We've seen him in several things. He was in that Hail Caesar a while ago with.
Okay.
And he was very good in that. But again, it is all about his origins and such. What did you think?
I enjoyed it thoroughly. I thought the origin, we get to see how Han Solo and Chewbacca and Lando Calrissian and the original characters first came across each other, and how they interacted with each other at this very early time. I'm always kind of amazed by the vision of the creators, the movie creators of this universe of the future. This is not just a place of the future, but this universe of the future, because they never stay in one place at a time. They're always somewhere. And how we got the Millennium Falcon too. Millennium Falcon is a character in the Star Wars films. He's not just a vehicle that you say go,
And it's not so much the future as it is a different universe.
That's right.
Not really our universe.
Totally different.
So what did you think of it?
I enjoyed it. I have the same, if I'm going to be anything negative, I have the same negative feel that I've had in other films. The constant battling, the constant. I enjoy the interaction of the characters so much that all of the fighting, that they have, I get tired of that. You don't want them to not have so much CGI fighting and banging and crashing and all of that. I would prefer they tone that down a little bit and go with the story a little bit more. give the characters something else to do other than push this button and blow that thing, you know. It was very interesting. I enjoyed it. What did you think?
I enjoyed it too. This film had a lot of sort of obstacles to get over. It really only had 3 characters that we were familiar with: Han Solo, again, Lando Calrissian, and Chewbacca. The rest of the characters were all new to us. All of their relationships were new to us. All of the things and the places and the things that we were talking about were all unfamiliar to us in a lot of cases. They were all, you know, new additions to the Star Wars world that we may not have been that familiar with. So, to a certain degree, a lot of the first part of the film, they were sort of getting everybody up to speed onto, all the audience up to speed onto who these characters were, what we should be thinking about them, and that sort of thing. So
one of the characters even said, "Don't trust anyone. Never trust anyone." And part of the time we were trying to figure out, is this a good guy or a bad guy? You know,
well,
the new characters. You know, how are we supposed to accept them into this universe?
So it wasn't even really close to any sort of a Star Wars sequel where, again, we're familiar with everybody, and again, the story is continuing on a story that we're already continuing on. This is a whole new story. Everything is, you know, almost from beginning in terms of what we are understanding about it and such. So again, in a way, I thought it took a while to get going. They spent a lot of their time instead, as you sort of point out, with a lot of sort of action set pieces, and they were, you know, doing different things all over the place. And in some cases, they didn't really have a whole lot to do with what might have been really the main part of the story. Towards the end, I have to say I liked it a lot more. I was really getting much more into this sort of version of the Han Solo character towards the end. I was really thinking, I want more of this character. I think that, again, this character is interesting. I want to see more of it. Where towards the beginning, I wasn't really thinking that much, that same way, really, about the character. I didn't think that, you know, I really liked the character that much. But towards the end, I really was, and the situation and everything that they were sort of presenting made me, you know, want to see more of the character and you know,
learn more about that person.
And I was really getting to like it a lot more at the end. For a lot of people, perhaps it won't be perhaps as interesting as it is to Star Wars fans, because, again, I found in a way the thing I liked most about it was really the Star Wars world that it brought up. You know, we're again sort of more familiar with. Again, that world is interesting. These sort of characters and the sort of the main structure of the world is interesting to me.
I agree with you there. I think this story could stand all by itself. It doesn't have to be part of, you know, all of the Star Wars. That's right. But this one could, you know, you don't necessarily need any of the other stories. This one could stand all by itself as a story and as a film. I agree with that. So
while I'd say it really started slowly, and I don't think that it was, you know, really all that consistently good through the whole film. Again, I thought it
got
did
better.
good towards the end, and I would recommend it. What about you?
Oh yes, I would too. Yes, but I also agree with your scenario there. It got better and better toward the end. It was really really interesting at the last part of the film. I agree with that.
So how many thumbs are you giving it, girl?
This is a 1-thumb movie. This is definitely recommended 1-thumb movie. That means it is entertaining, and interesting, and I recommend that you go see it. Yes. Yes.
Okay, well, okay.